Hello, welcome to session 30 of Pinnacles here on happyjacksrpg. This is, to find our previous sessions, you could go to happyjacks.org/pinnacles or happyjacks.org/shows for everything we've ever done. And I am Jason, the guide for this game. It is a Wild Talents RPG, and we're playing superheroes. It is a little violent. We're pretty violent, but not maximum violence, but pretty violent. Be aware. We have safety tools in place, and of course, if you ever need to turn away, do your thing. Do what you got to do. But just understand, this is not the Young Justice or whatever. This is a little more bloody than that. I hope you use lines and veils at your table. X card at the very least is a great way to just remind everyone it's okay to say, hey gang, hang on a minute. I'm having a feeling. Like, let's, please do that. Pooja, what do you have to say for yourself?
Very little. I'm Pooja. I'm playing Sapna Nath. I have found myself in a spot that might be slightly sticky.
The floors are a little sticky. We'll get that in the recap.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm playing Kit or Caduceus. My head is naked and my feeling is sleepy.
My name is Eli, and I'm playing Hector, and I'm ready to telepathy.
Yep.
Because he's a telepath.
Got him.
I'm Enge. I play Chainsaw, the biker brawler. I'm sleepy too.
Friends, if you're listening later, your only two options are live or later. Understand, I've dragged everyone into the studio 6 hours earlier than we normally gather. Right? Something like that?
Something like that.
4 hours?
4 hours.
4, 6, what's the difference?
8.
So thank you everybody for being here. I have an afternoon thing that I need to get to, and I'm very excited to get to do both of these things today. I appreciate it. Sarah, did anything happen last week in the game?
Oh, we did it. Lightning round.
Okay.
We were just living our lives coming back from going to an alternate universe. And then all of a sudden, as we're having our wonderful little beach day, something seems to be wrong. And that something that seems to be wrong is people are like, have we heard from Interstitial lately? Specifically Dr. Light. And we went, we haven't. Let's consult. No interstitial. We cut to all of us being super cool CEOs that aren't morally bankrupt at all in a hyper void space. They walk down the hall being all creepy and scary as we're trying to contact interstitial, and then they open a door and there's Brian and also interstitial in this strange place. Cut back to us. We're trying to figure out what happened. And Sapna's like, I'm going to go into the interstitial. Blah, I had a memory. And Hector also had a memory, which was that they had been told something by interstitial before, which was sometimes you can't figure out what's going on. You just need to flip it over
And look underneath.
Flip it and stick it.
Right around that time, in the negative space, Kathy Haynes said, "I'm packing heat," and the CEO said, "Good, bang," and killed Brian. And then Black Hole Brian said, "Whoa, something's happening to me," and we went to go try to help him. He's like, "I got all these powers, and I'm super powerful now," and we're like, "Oh fuck, that seems bad." Meanwhile, Sapna is transporting their consciousness into the interstitial, but their body is still with Heather and Kit, and they think about flipping it over and checking underneath, and all of a sudden, Sapna's body disappears and lands in this negative space. So that's there. While that was happening, Hector and Chainsaw went to calm down Brian, Black Hole Brian, and we're like, this seems bad. He's very powerful now. We guess Brian might be dead. And that's what happened last week.
Yep.
Nice.
Also, Sapna's body disappeared.
Yes, it did vanish.
Fastest recap ever.
That was great. Anything we need to add or revise or ask questions about? Anything like that? Okay.
No, that's great.
It's true. I do have records here of what you all came up with last week. So first of all, our CEO is Lindsay, and we'll correct you if you call her Miss Lindsay. It's Lindsay.
Well, it's Miss Lindsay, but Mrs. Lindsay.
Yeah. Let's see. Pooja was playing Imlica Rethor. Sarah was Kathy Haynes. Eli was Louise Ortiz. And Enge, did we have an update for Mr. Heineman?
Yeah, I figured Brian was an odd choice.
Yeah.
So I'm Dave Heineman.
Dave.
That's right.
Okay. Dave Heineman.
Dave Heineman.
Great. So we've got a little cast of executives, the executive board here. And I think it did come up how they were referring to their company.
Yes.
Something that they are, in fact, Rise
Maybe
Corp.
Rise.
We saw a memo.
Yeah. And we don't know entirely what it stands for here, but we know that it's Rise Corp with this like weird little like sunrise logo sort of thing with the, it is either like a spiky tiara logo or it's a line art sunrise. So, one or the other.
Why not both?
Yeah, actually, it looks kind of like the Statue of Liberty's like spikes.
Oh, yeah.
thing,
Freedom
right?
spikes.
Yeah. But yeah, and I've been playing. I'm trying very hard to separate my church and state this week of my Helldivers 2 influences. So I'm
So real.
separate. What did you want to say?
One thing that I just remembered that we didn't mention before in the recap is that the reason why Mrs. Lindsay killed Ebran was they were trying to get Interstitial to open the hole.
Yes.
Yeah, to do something.
They
do
were yes.
something.
There was
Yeah.
there was an action they wanted Interstitial to take, and Interstitial was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Also, all of realities could collapse. And Interstitial was speaking pretty normally.
Understandably.
Yeah, in
Okay.
a pretty
That was the
straightforward
other
way. Now, let's jump right into where Sapna has jumped right into. I think you landed in the break room, and then where did we go from there? It was just break room. Blah-blah.
It was like break room, and there were people who were like,
Oh, shit.
Be pouring coffee and just drop their mug.
Or you keep pouring it, and it's like overflowing. Like, oh.
and that was where we left it.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Since it's negative zone interstitial, is it white coffee?
Well, the coffee pots and everything is like has been brought in, right? The
yeah.
only thing that's the like black negative material is like the floor and walls, and there doesn't really seem to be a ceiling, but there are these floating orbs of light all over the place, and but everything else that has been brought in, including the like batteries that you have to plug the coffee maker into and all that kind of stuff, are that's all from a reality that we're more familiar with. So that's
They didn't have them custom made to go with the decor then?
no. No, it's all old chrome and if you've ever been in a soulless corporate environment, it's that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, who was it that went out to see Black Hole Brian? The two of you? Oh, that's right. Because you were able to fly out, and you've got the yeah,
Right.
the ability to go through space and whatnot. All of that. Had a great sit down with Brian, and determined he was mostly okay. I think you kind of talked him down,
Calm down.
Yeah.
like resolved the panic situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then where did we leave Kit exactly?
Kit was at the computer screen watching what they were doing,
Right.
and then Heather was over by the bed with Sapna, and then was like, "They're gone." So that's where Kit is.
Okay.
In Dr. Light's basement.
Okay, so Kit,
Hello.
the words, they're gone. Something's gone, right? Heather was standing by the bed, right? You turn, you're like, what? And you look at Heather, and you see Heather there's like this visual effect that Heather does not seem to be aware of. Heather's not like reacting to something happening to her, but there is this like stretching, attenuation? No, what's the word I want? Like, there's like this sort of visual light effect behind her towards the bed that Sapna was laying in, of this like motes of light being pulled behind her, and kind of seems like she takes an unconscious step backwards towards the bed, but it is this sort of visual warping, and it seems like it should be like pulling her towards the bed. She's sort of standing still for the most part, but there's this like I've struggled with how to describe this in my head for a while, but yeah, it's this like pulling visual effect.
Oh, fuck.
What do you want to do about that?
I think Kit takes that in, thinks back on every time where a situation like this has happened, and just goes, oh, fuck, and, like, runs forward to try to, like, also be in this weird space. It might not do anything, but Kit's like, if you're gonna get pulled into something, I'm coming too.
Okay. So it's not get her out of it.
No.
It's okay.
Because Sapna's gone.
Yeah.
Here's my logic. If Sapna's gone, and we don't know how to get to them, but there's some kind of distortion happening behind us, the previous information might say that engaging with the anomaly might bring us where they are.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
Don't panic, but something weird's happening behind us.
All right.
Or on us now.
I like this energy. All right, we'll get to that. Now, you guys were on your way back.
Mm-hmm. And I also remembered right now that while Hector was in Black Hole Brian's mind, he went there and saw Brian get killed.
Yeah, like
And
you saw the memory of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we know for a fact, and I think all this information has been communicated among the four of you. Although, Sapna, I will say your piece, like you seem to be cut off from the network for the most part. You have a sense of the fact that you like it feels very similar to being in the interstitial in that both Sapna and not Eli, Hector have between telepathy and your like weird techno medium power is tied to whatever it is the interstitial is made of, right? You're able to have some back and forth with that. So you are aware that you're sort of in the interstitial, but it doesn't feel right. And normally, if you were in the interstitial, you would still be able to like contact people outside and be able to interact with that. But you're sort of cut off right now. Hector, you're also aware that they're like Sapna is out of range, it's out of service, right? So the Sapna is roaming.
This party cannot be
Right.
SOS.
Yeah. So that's an important detail that you would be immediately aware of like somebody has left the chat. And what did we decide for? Let's see. We calmed Brian down enough to not be freaking out, and we're just going to leave him here now. He's like,
because he was pretty adamant in saying that he thought he was too dangerous to come back.
yeah, okay, cool, great. And then you two are headed back to Earth. Great, it won't take long at all. But it will take enough time that I need to resolve this first.
Sure.
All right. So, Sapna, I need to know what happens in this like first few moments of like these workers staring at you.
I think there are like warring thoughts going on in my mind. Like, first thought, oh, I guess that's what they meant. Like, simultaneous with, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
Sure. Yeah.
Where am I? Is that a Dyson coffee machine? I didn't know they made those. And no, flip it black. Flip it back.
Yeah. Okay. So, did I have you make a stability check when you landed here?
It might as well have been 7 years ago. I'm sorry.
Let's do one. Let's do one.
Sounds like a good idea.
And just so you know, I do need 8s, and the consequences of failing this roll will be your powers lashing out.
So powers do work in this place.
They do.
They worked in the other one.
Interstitial
was just real
turn them
bad.
off.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
In a real bad way.
Do we have 8s?
I have an 8 and a 9.
Okay.
But I have a pair of 2s.
And you're rolling your whole stability check, right? Like there's no other penalty. I just need a high number. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to spend a willpower to reroll?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair.
I'll try.
Otherwise, we're
one.
gonna-
I'll try one.
We're gonna weaponize a Dyson coffee maker.
Like these people haven't done anything to me.
Yep.
Let's not.
Well, that's
Nothing
the,
that you know about.
I just do want to make it clear that it's your powers, like lashing out, not you making a conscious, rational decision to do something.
Yeah.
So
Yes, but as a player, in terms of
we're hoping for a particular outcome.
yeah,
Fair.
exactly. I mean, it was twice as good as last time.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, that's a pair of 8s.
Yay.
Okay. All right then.
Sorry, that was like no, but those
But it's,
two were 8s.
it is also worth noting that your powers feel like incredibly plugged in and potent, and anything that you attempt here, or while you are here in this place for now, we will convert a loose die to a wiggle die.
Okay.
So you feel this surge, and you step back and have a chance to
It also makes
Contain
sense
yourself.
that I would like succeed in this one because how many times
yeah.
has this kind of like vroom, vroom, vroom kind
Yep.
of happened at this point?
Yeah.
A lot.
This is an ongoing theme. So, I think we get to, this like just few seconds of you like trying to pull yourself together is enough for people to be dropping coffee mugs, running out of the break room. A couple other people who were not near the door, like you're sort of technically between them and the door. They're like backed up to the wall, like, oh God, what's happening? Where'd they come from? What do you want to do?
I'm going to try to leave.
Just like leave the break room or
Yeah.
leave this place?
Leave this place. Because also, like after that first moment of like, it's like old Sapna would be fine roaming around alone.
Mm-hmm.
And as part of this whole, like, whatever that has happened over the last couple of years,
Yeah.
Sapna's no longer as just willing to go it alone.
Okay.
Um,
Well,
they realize they have people, and no one else knows how to get here.
I will tell you, there is enough technology in this space where your always-on power is aware. I won't say inundated, right? It's quieter than being anywhere in Seattle, right? But the other thing that you're aware of is that there is this almost, sort of funnel-shaped, that's not really the shape we can describe because it's in this, multi-dimensional space. But there is this quickly waning but existing pathway, right? And if you want to connect with that, we can try. However, it is going to be an opposed roll between your power and Kit's stability check.
Oh my.
What?
Which is it? Tech support?
It would be, what do you listen to technology with?
Tech support.
Yeah.
All I have is 4 dice in stability right now, so I'm cool.
What don't you have? I thought you had more than 4 dice in that.
My base will is at 4 right now.
In Ring of Fire.
I'm vibing. I probably should buy more base will. I haven't in a while.
You can if you want.
Yeah, it's fine. I got 9s.
Okay.
Somehow.
I mean, I have 2 10s.
Hey!
Okay.
I don't know what happens. I have no idea what we're doing.
Okay.
And
So
2 8s and 2 2s.
no, that's fine. that means you are able to just step sideways, diagonal to, this reality, and basically catch Kit and Heather, like one in each arm, as they're about to phase out of Dr. Light's lab, and just step everyone back away from the bed that you were just in. And the three of you have a moment to, like, get up, be on your feet, and yeah.
If you're okay with me adding some flavor to this one,
Please do.
I think that there's a moment where, like, you go over to Heather and you're like, okay, something is behind us and something's about to happen, and you're both braced, and, like, Heather has grabbed her hand. Like, I don't know what's happening, but
Yeah.
I guess it's gonna be okay.
And then it's literally like
Sapna, like kind of, it's almost like a Red Rover situation.
Yeah, like just right between them.
Like right between the two of you, but like one arm around each of your waists. Like,
Yeah.
Nope.
We're not doing this.
hilarious. So good. Okay. Not what I was expecting, but okay, you're back.
Yeah. I found there's it's actually really much easier to flip it than we would have thought.
Is that good or bad?
Well, I got back, so I'm gonna assume it's
Okay.
good.
All right. Okay.
I'm going with good for now.
All right. So let's and Kit like looks over to the computer, a little disoriented. They were expecting to go somewhere, and now they're just like in
Yeah, I mean, and you could
two
feel
pretty
it.
people's arms.
You could feel the inertia, like you were like being pulled somewhere, right? Like it was kind of just like waiting for the process to finish, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what's about to happen, but here we go. Like hold
Yeah,
your nose
yeah.
and jump in.
Taking a deep breath.
And and you get pulled back out of that. It's also, we come back. I think Dr. Light was there in the lab too.
Dr. Light was in the interstitial.
Oh, okay, great. So the Dr. Light's voice comes over the speakers and actually just all of your comms, right? And says, "Okay, I'm not sure what anomaly was just in my lab, but it did reflect something that it looks like if we can replicate that anomaly here in the interstitial, with the idea of having the transport pads in the interstitial, it does seem like we're going to be able to create a more controlled version of that. What happened in the lab just now, please?"
So if we put the pads next to where Brian's apartment was in the interstitial, it should be pretty easy to get through, seeing as I basically just flooped.
Oh, you flooped. Okay. I think I understand what you mean. So
Scientific.
then really, but it's probably being close to the emotional idea of Brian, which is gonna... Okay, so everybody get here as soon as you can, and we'll get this set up.
Okay. So I guess we wait for Hector and Chainsaw to get back,
And Bill, who's a
and
person.
Bill.
Bill, who's a person?
I forgot that Bill came with them.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, Bill is Hector's spacesuit.
That's
as
true.
well. Yeah.
You kind of need that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right. So anything we need to cover on the way back from space?
No, I think it was a pretty straightforward flight.
Yeah,
Yep.
especially if we are hearing that things are.
Going awry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Break apart a few asteroids making their way towards Earth,
Yeah.
but otherwise you're
Get some
great.
ice cream on the way back.
Sure. Yeah. Moonaritos. Okay. So we're back in the lab. Anything we want to do before we head into the interstitial to meet with Dr. Light?
I'm just gonna put on my suit. I don't think we've been using our suits
Oh
recently.
yeah, your super suit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is worth mentioning that at least basement-wise, we were all still at our
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. The swimsuit episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, or not swimsuit. The beach episode.
I mean,
yeah.
it's both.
Yeah. Yeah.
You flew to space in your swimsuit.
That's how dedicated we are to the cause.
It was
both
an
had
emergency.
They both had dad beach outfits.
It's true.
Yeah,
They did have
yeah.
a beach outfit.
Yeah, some reason now I'm imagining you in this like pure black surroundings with like flip-flops and like bright green sunglasses on, even though I don't think that's what you were wearing, but
Yeah,
Amazing.
that's great. And yeah, you also have the body armor that the interstitial helped you design out of the material of the interstitial that can go with you and sort of look like whatever you need it to look like. It is morphable. And we find you all in a lab, suited up, ready to go. Green Streak is there to see you off. Wants to make sure everybody's had something to eat and
If you're taking your
had
meds.
some water today. And like,
Has Dr. Light been able to, I guess, narrow down the frequencies so our communications don't get cut off from here to there?
between where you're gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
She does not understand this other phase of reality enough
Okay.
to be able to maintain that connection. So, yeah.
Okay. I would like to broach, as we're getting ready and like bringing the stuff over, whatever, broach with Dr. Light. You are connected to the other Dr. Lights in a way that isn't the same as like just a communicator.
Yes.
Is it within acceptable risk parameters for you to come with us? To have a time back?
I don't know that my being there would provide us a connection back, but it's true that it might. And I'm curious. Yes, I will come with you.
The siren song of learn something.
Yeah. I mean, good luck to her saying no to that.
That's
Okay.
just subject as yourself, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You can provide the most reliable feedback to the
Exactly.
experiment. Also, Green Streak got 4 10s on giving people willpower back. So if you'd like to get 4 willpower and that doesn't go over your max,
Hell yeah.
um,
I could use that.
and if anybody does want to spend XP on, let's say, base will purchases or anything like that, this is a good
Well, what's
moment.
our P at? Is
Yeah.
what
Oh,
I need to
yeah.
know.
That's a good question. What does it say
Excuse me.
right now?
400.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put it at 410.
And how much does base willpower cost? again?
3. Mine say 350.
3.
That's an old piece of paper you've got. It says it correctly on your spreadsheet.
I mean,
I know.
So fucking helpful.
That's Heather.
Okay. I was already at 404, so I have 6 experience to spend.
Okay. That can
And I'll
be 2
use
base
that to get
will
2 base.
if you want it to be.
Whee! 6. I'm so impressive.
Yeah, okay. So I'll put everyone's total points at 410 if it's not there already. And any other purchases we want to make.
It's good for me.
Oh, and I do want to, so chat asked a question about Dr. Light being a full-blown hive mind. That is not the case. They are just all in each other's head all the time, but they're all individuals, right? So I guess kind of a hive in that they can hear each other's thoughts when they want to. The thing that they are sharing is that like subconscious processing power thing that is like a massive boost to the like intellect that they all had before, and so that's the thing that's a little different.
So I said they're like, each Dr. Light is a workstation connected to a RAID drive made of their brains.
Yeah, that's actually a really good analogy. Yep. We used to have like star networks back in the 80s where all the like computer and keyboard were connected to one computer in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
That's not totally apt because they're all individual people and, with their personalities and whatever. But yeah. So.
Yes. It's like a LAN party.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of.
I'll draw that as my connection.
Totally.
I like it.
Okay. Anything else we should establish? Is Heather coming?
Is Heather coming?
I mean, she's like suiting up with everybody.
Listen.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think she has
she's a
interstitial
pinnacle.
armor, does she? I guess they probably made her someone she was being swapped in to go on the mission. So, yeah, okay. So she's got some of that.
Get some willpower back from talking down Black Hole Brian.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what's your passion and loyalty again? Talking down existential crises.
Yeah. I got protecting at 3.
Yeah, I'm like
Protecting himself.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, you protect
protecting
the whole.
Yeah.
All of reality.
That's right. Wait. I think we
The world.
we reworded it and I wrote it down somewhere.
Yeah, well, Eli, definitely take 3 for that. Whatever just let me know what you've got on that. That's the one thing I don't have in the spreadsheet is the passions and loyalties.
Mine was protecting people from harm who don't deserve it. Is basically
Oh, sure.
is the poorly worded version.
How many points do you have in that?
3.
Yeah, take 3 willpower then.
You know, a horrifying part of your universe that I just realized, Jason,
Mm-hmm.
is that, scientifically, we don't really know what's at the end of a black hole.
Mm-hmm.
In this world, what we do know definitively is that death is at the end of a black hole.
Yes.
So
And also a guy named Brian.
that's scary.
Yeah. Yeah. We do know for a fact because all those people got.
Yeah, because
over
if they had
there.
just been sucked into a different universe,
Yeah.
nothing would have happened.
Yeah. That's really like in real life our best science is like it's just a very
probably
crushed
die,
thing.
yeah.
Like there's nothing in there. It's just a bunch of crushed matter. But
I mean, the thing is, like, we don't know what's at the end of the black hole in terms of, like, we know everyone died who wasn't Black Hole Brian, who was
Right.
immune to his own power.
right.
But, like, in terms of if you had the capability to survive the forces, we don't know.
That's true.
Because no one had the capability to survive the forces.
Right. Like, we know that there's a bottom of the ocean. Just because we can't get there
Right.
doesn't mean that it doesn't exist.
Right,
So,
right.
very good point.
True.
I guess our better thing to say that there is nothing at the end of the black hole would be that Black Hole Brian did not get sucked into something. He just,
Yeah.
like, bubbled.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. And really had only been there for a few seconds. So even if he actually wasn't able to breathe or do all that stuff, it was only a few seconds of that. So
That's horrific, man.
yeah.
Anyway. Sorry for the sidebar.
No, that's great. I love getting that stuff in there. All right, so then the 6 of you with Bill and Heather head into the interstitial, and you find yourself.
I think
Dr.
Hector.
Light?
Well, Dr. Light was already there setting stuff up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Hector, before he leaves, is gonna go tell Rosalinda face to face that he's leaving.
Okay.
Because I think a lot of times it's just been like text and stuff and just kind of like impersonal, and now it's like, hey, we're about to do something big. Like, we'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I like that.
My heart just grew 3 sizes.
Yeah. I think I'm trying to think of what yeah, I mean if you're okay with it, Eli, I feel like this is a point where Rosalinda is like starting to get it. She's also like a little bit older now and has different context for what you've been up to and spent a year watching you like sacrifice a big chunk of your life to so like while she missed you there was also just some context shifting evidence.
Yeah.
So Yeah, I think it's a sort of like, I get it. I understand why you have to do this. I don't want you to, but you have to. And it's a big hug. And
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I think that's how it is. Oh,
Sweet.
that's cool. Okay.
I'm totally imagining the hug right now she gets.
Yeah. All right. So we will. But what? Okay, I feel like I missed something.
No,
Sorry.
it's so sweet. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm just having a moment over here because it's so adorable.
It's nice, I think, to have that like character growth of
Yeah.
you know, where she was mad and was absent all the time, but like not really understanding why, and then he wants to go tell her face to face. I mean, fortunately, everyone was here for the cookout, but yeah.
Did get a beach day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we head into the interstitial. It looks much like how you left it. There's no, gaping hole in the floor or anything like that. It is, a featureless white space that is all of the things that you have variously added to it as, the interstitial had invited you to make a base here and, create some comfortable spaces for yourselves. You've brought in some things, there's bean bags and coffee makers and, all the stuff that superheroes would need. Just bean bags and coffee makers. It's the whole list. There is this section that there is a sense of distance in like, this is where E. Brian had been relegated to, paint or like do whatever. Like you're in timeout for a very, like, this is what you're gonna do now. Like, his powers had been drained away and he, just had to abide by what you all had decided, and had not been murdered. So, it was kind of best case scenario for everyone.
There was
That was
therapy. There
Yeah.
was like,
Well
You know.
lasted.
Yeah, we were getting him, he had a therapist that he spoke to, and it was all kinds of stuff that,
What therapist do you find for the man that destroyed an entire world and tried to do it again?
yeah.
What therapist?
I actually think
I love that.
it's probably scintillation.
Probably scintillation. Also, probably a lot of horses.
Horses. Like,
Horse therapy.
oh, petting horses. Yeah. Like, I don't know if you could talk to horses, but okay.
They don't talk, but they listen.
They
All right,
don't.
Brian. Tell me how you're feeling.
Yeah. I'm sticking with scintillation being the most human of the Dr. Lights. That's,
More human
fun
than
for
human.
me. Yeah. Scintillation, if you don't recall, folks, is the AI like heart of a generation ship that is in their universe, just carting around the last, what was it, like 100,000 members of humanity, something like that. It wasn't huge, but it was a lot. So in the interstitial, Dr. Light has been setting up some of the transport pads are kind of near where Brian's apartment was, and as she's going to like turning stuff on and checking diagnostics, both Hector and Sapna, you can feel the like resonant frequencies that we'd never brought these in here. Like, why would you? Why wouldn't you? There was not a reason to do it, and no one had experimented with this. And there is like a weird kind of feedback in that interdimensional medium. So I am going to have you both do the power that is sensitive to that medium roll. So that's your tech support, and then which one is that? Just telepathy for you? Yeah.
is this still with 2 wiggle die or just the regular one?
The regular one, yeah, because you're not in the outer stitial.
4 10s.
Oh wow. Okay.
2 minutes.
Okay. Great. So this is really just to give you more, like you have not understanding, but you have a feel for what's happening, right? You can feel, not in an intellectual sense, but just that sense of like when you close your eyes, it's similar to you know what proprioception is, the thing like if you close your eyes you can touch your nose because you know where your hand is in space. It's as like that, but with a sense of like interdimensional travel of the interstitial is already not a real place, and that is, you know, disorienting, but you have a better sense of, okay, I was facing north and I've turned 90 degrees, I'm facing east. That level of familiarity with the space that you're in, and that there is a whole extra layer to it. You, Sapna, have literally experienced the flip, right? So that is some of that's kind of the best way to explain, is that now you understand there is a flip side of it, and that's important context to have. So the equipment is set up. Dr. Light is putting everything together, making final checks and everything. Also trying to make sure everything's going to be documented, and she's going to be able to, you know, keep track of what's happening because she's coming with you. Also, we're going to have a couple other Dr. Lights turn up.
Oh,
Yeah.
hello.
Not scintillation.
Giant spaceship.
Going to do that morning.
Can we have Dr. Montoya?
Yeah, we can bring Dr. Montoya from the Indigo universe. I will be proud of for the rest of my life.
Right.
And
The plant-based one. Which one was that?
Green.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dr. Green. Dr. Green. So Dr. Green and Dr. Indigo show up and are helping run some of the equipment. It is, I don't know that you all have seen multiple Dr. Lights in one place before. You know, you've like interacted with some other ones, but like here's 3 of them working together on something, and there's a lot of like partial sentences and very fast, you know, like trying to put things together.
We
And
get it, Jason. It's super hot.
I mean, what's hotter than 1 Kate McKinnon is 3 Kate McKinnons working together.
Being super smart.
Yeah, being super geniuses together.
Do y'all feel the pressure of all being in the same place?
Yes. Yeah, it's pretty much like what you've described, I think.
But not the intrusive thoughts.
To murder each other? That's not a big stretch from what most of us experience on a regular basis. And had some time to adapt to.
Just for regular.
Finally, someone who understands.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and by the way, this is the 3 of them taking turns with words in those sentences. So, just popcorning. But then the 2 of them turn back, and your Dr. Light is, you know, putting on some, you know, the interstitial armor and trying to have some equipment, and it just says, like, I do want to reiterate, I've never been well versed in combat. I've understand it on an intellectual level. I have a lot of tactical experience, but not actual fighting, if that makes sense. So I will not be very helpful in that regard.
I mean, so you're saying that you have the know-how without the ability to follow through?
Yes, that's a pretty good way to say
Like
it.
an NFL coach.
Yes.
Tell us how to do it.
Maybe not bad, although I think most coaches have had some experience playing the sport.
It honestly, it's probably for the best. If you focus on the non-violent parts of it,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we all have the violence covered.
Okay.
Yeah. As long as, like, you're not just going to take a hit and go down.
I don't think so.
Cool.
I mean, we're gonna try to avoid that as much as possible,
Sure,
right?
sure, but
Yeah.
you never
And-
can tell when there's going to be some splash damage from a random
Right.
explosion.
As a note and a backup, if we get ourselves in a sticky situation and it's looking like you're gonna have to fight your way out, I can probably give you some extra help.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right.
I got shields.
I can make you big,
Interesting.
huge.
How big? Never mind. We'll figure this out later. I just want you to know I haven't trained with firearms. This is not something I'm not going to bring anything like that because I think I would be more of a problem than anything else. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
Happy to have you here. What?
Wait, is it more fun if scintillation can just like upload skills to Dr. Light, or is that too much?
You know how to use gun now.
No, that's not fun. I don't want to do that.
kung fu.
I know. I was gonna be like, it's very major.
Yeah, I think that's too much. That's too much. I'm gonna skip that.
I mean, technically, Hector did it.
Yeah. I like it if Hector does it. I don't like it if Dr. Light does it.
Yeah.
I
So-
also do love the concept of maybe scintillation is like, I think I can upload skills to you and tries, and it's just scintillation in Dr. Light's head being like, use the safety!
Yeah.
like, this isn't helpful!
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
definitely use the safety though.
Close your eyes when you fire.
Yeah. Yeah, they've experimented. The group of them have tried to like share skills, kind of like how they did it in Everything Everywhere.
Yeah.
But it doesn't quite work like that for them, and so they just had to be like, okay, well, look, we know different stuff. We're good at different things. This is fine.
So
And the one of the things Dr. Ultra that is one of the Dr. Lights that we know is somewhat capable of like physical combat, but the rest of them are that's not something that they're used to. And Dr. Ultra was the one that we saw was in a space station that there were stars behind her in the window. So
Cool.
that was for whatever reason she's also trained in combat. So all right, I think we're all set up and ready to go.
Let's go.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I suggest that Dr. Light ask Bill if Dr. Light would be able to utilize his armor?
To where, Bill?
Mm-hmm.
Probably not while you're inside.
Well, I can get out.
I know.
Sharing.
Yeah.
Caring is caring, Jason.
Yeah. I think maybe the thing I was gonna say was I think those like power armors are sort of like custom rigged when it's like somebody signs up to have power armor. Scintillation like makes it, but I think this is something Scintillation would have done a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
To say like, hey, I've made a like bank of power armors that are appropriate for our size, as most of them are about the same size and shape. So I think let's go ahead and say that she's got power armor. It's not Bill. It's not intelligent, but it's a good piece of power armor.
Mm-hmm.
And that is probably an excellent point to make, that they would have had at least that much foresight to be like, this is not a combat armor, it's not like got guns sticking out of everything and whatever, but it certainly is much more protective, which is just a smart thing to do.
Right.
So yeah.
So, in all places that weaponry would be on Dr. Light's power armor, it is different scientific instruments.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you ever think about going to space? Yes, here's a power armor.
Yeah.
Like,
I
she's
just
a
think-
walking lab now.
Yeah. And probably has some like low speed flight capability, like levitation ability kind of stuff.
Super titration. Go.
Yes, exactly. All kinds of sensors and detectors and radar and whatever is just like antennas and spinning dishes and
I like that.
yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, We set up the transport pads. Everyone's kind of squeezed into the, the amount of space there. We flip it on, and you all have this experience of turning upside down, but not falling on your head. You know, just the world turning around you really is the experience, and you find yourself in the black material space, right? So you are in that office space that we described.
Are there any people around us immediately?
Yeah,
or-
I think it's fun if, like, I'm gonna have you all phase in, like, some of you phase in, like, into a desk, but, like, that part of the desk is just cut out now, right?
Not like a Terminator.
Yeah, but not like that, you know, like, just the, like, where you overlapped, it just, like, delete.
Poor
Like,
Bill. His
yeah.
whole computer went away.
Well, my
and
computer's down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't work.
oh no, I'm going home today. And yeah, so you're like, because there's, well, 7 of you. Well, I guess Bill is overlapped, so that's fine. But there's Heather and Dr. Light, so it's 6 bodies coming through, and you sent to camp. Yes, the you just wind up kind of in like 4 or 5 cubicles, just in that space, like a bunch of stuff carved out, and the only thing that hasn't gotten out of your way are any of the, like, black material that was brought up to be a wall. You are, like, shoved over a little bit from that, whatever that means when you
Makes
phase
sense.
into this space. The people who were working in these cubicles are commencing with the running and the screaming, I think.
Can
Yeah.
I?
This is not a normal thing for
Yeah,
them.
while the running and the screaming is happening, if I land near one person, can I, like, and try to, like, calm them down
Hit them
so
with
that they
Jerry
don't
Lewis?
run and scream?
Okay, yeah.
Because we need information.
Mm-hmm.
What would I use for that? Would I use my head, my getting a head
like,
skill?
Yeah, I think so.
Wait.
Okay. Hold on. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
God.
7,
I hate glasses.
8. Me too.
I mean, I'm really glad I have them.
Since I was like 19 years old, the reason I exclusively wear contacts is that I can't wear glasses without getting a massive headache, which is a real bummer. 10s. Be calm.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Willpower for that.
just 2 10s.
Just 2 10s.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna
Or
do
3 4s and 2 9s.
no. The 10s are better. I'm gonna
Okay.
do a stability check with a bonus die
Sure.
because of your 10s. So I'm rolling 5 dice.
Oh, to like not freak out
yeah.
by getting
Yeah.
forcibly
Um,
chilled, calmed emotions.
Yeah, that's fine. They calm down. They're still, like, afraid of you,
Sure.
but not panicking, if that distinction
Yeah.
makes sense.
I
Yeah.
don't want to hurt you.
Because it's not mind control. It's just like, okay, panic response resolved.
Yes. You're no longer in fight or flight mode. Congratulations. Honestly, I'd take that. If somebody could be like, zap! No anxiety attack! I'd be like, cool. But anyway.
Calm emotions.
Yeah, Kit kind of does that and then says, I'm not here to hurt you. Hi, I'm Kit. What's your name?
Okay, we'll get to that.
Okay.
There are, like, 4 other people,
Yes.
like, potentially sprinting away. Do we want to do anything about that while Kit's
Hector
doing
wants
that?
the mind control one to give me their badge and let me know where the security offices are and where are the important people.
Sure. I mean, if you want, you could try to mind control all 4 of them.
Okay.
We'd have to treat it as a multi-action, and you need
Oh, but that's a lot of
like
pairs.
4 pairs, or 1, 2,
And wouldn't you lose 3
3,
dice too?
4,
Oof.
or a 5 of a kind. Yeah, 4 pairs or a 5 of a kind, I would accept.
So, do I get the extra die? Do I need to roll stability first?
I'm not going to do stability checks this time since we.
Sure.
Oh, actually, no. We do. need to do that. Yeah, all three of you. Sorry, we might
Me?
have to retcon your situation
That's okay. I have 6 dice in
Yeah.
stability now.
because there's enough that's weird here that this is pretty disorienting.
How did I get this tie on me? I've got.
I got spending a willpower.
Okay, all right.
I have 3 8s.
Okay, that'll do. Yeah, I do want 8s again.
Per 8.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
It's like,
And then Chainsaw's boar's head goes off.
Boom. Oops.
we're here to rescue you.
Well, I wasn't here to hurt you, but oops. That's a willpower spend. 3 4s.
Oof.
We
That
need 8.
8s. All right. Spending another willpower.
It says, it's okay. I'm Kit. What's your name? And then this man is disintegrated into dust.
3 10s.
Okay, great.
Hell yeah.
All right. So everyone keeps their powers under control. What do you want to try to do, Hector?
Like, get the extra wiggle die.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So while we're here, your powers should convert a loose die to a wiggle die. We should have done that when you did your emotion, your like, that doodad.
That's all right. I still got 10s.
Yeah, you did.
And I got a willpower for that, which is great.
But let's keep that in mind here
Do I
that
get a willpower back for my 10s on that?
you got natural
stability?
10s?
I got 3 natural 10s.
So you get 2 willpower back.
Oh.
Yeah. Well done.
Willpower I spent to
Yeah. Yeah.
get that roll.
Energy out, energy in.
Yep.
As all things.
I'll take it. No complaints.
I like to mind control all 4 for 100, Alex.
Okay. All right. So you need let's see. So everyone after the first one, so it's -3 dice to your dice pool. And you'll need 4 pairs or 5 of a kind. You have 1 die. Okay. Well, wait. Hold on. We need to figure out how to make this possible. 'Cause
Well, I
that's-
have 4 wiggle dice now.
Oh,
So I have 5 10s.
you just rolled a 10
Just
Yeah.
rolled a 10.
on your 1 die.
I love this so much.
Fantastic.
Take a willpower.
Late
This
game.
is gonna be really hard, but also never mind.
Yeah.
It might be really
Late game.
Seriously.
Okay. So it's these 5 people are like, "Ah!" and you grab one. They're like, no.
Hi, how are you?
Be cool. And the other 4 are like clambering out of their chairs, and by the time they get to their feet, they're like, "Oh, what's going on?" I don't know how much like I don't want to call it total like zombie mind control, but they are
Being, not persuaded.
like they're not screaming, they're not running,
Yeah.
they're kind of waiting to see what happens, and you're aware that like nobody's like from the next office over going like, what?
Yeah.
Question in
Yeah.
terms of because they make a stability roll to counter mind control, right?
Yeah, but they're gonna have to roll against 10s. Yeah, I do have to make stability
But
check.
like, are they rolling against 5 tons?
No, because each one only got a pair of 10s applied to them.
Okay.
Which means they need to get 3 10s to break it, and they have 5 dice. So each.
They all break it.
Nope. Nope.
Because I was like, I can beat 5 tens. 'Cause that's a lot.
They can't.
Yeah.
Especially for regular people.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's fine.
Chainsaw's like, whoa, hang on. I'm like, oh, it worked. And I look over and there's Hector like, I'm like, oh, right.
So
Doing a good job.
that's good. We've got that. That was a cool moment. All right. So we've got a moment before anybody stumbles across the like sort of mess of desks. You know, like some of them are tipped over because they're missing half a desk, and that's like, you know, sparking laptop that one of you carved through. whatever.
Mhm.
How do you want to proceed with the situation? You have control of the immediate moment.
I don't know what you want to do with your guys. I wanna just try to have a conversation with my not scared but a little put off guy. So yeah, I have my hand out from saying, "Hi, I'm Kit. What's your name?"
Oh, Alvin.
Alvin. Okay, great.
Sorry, Al. Nobody calls me that.
Al.
Just Al. Yeah.
Awesome.
Why did
Good.
I say my whole... Okay, sorry. What's happening?
We needed to get here. We landed here. We don't fully know where we
It's
are.
a surprise inspection.
Oh, you're with the company.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I wanted to ask where we were.
I know you did, and Sapna decided that was a really
Can
bad idea.
Lying.
do they think about what department would be doing the audit?
Yeah, let's do a mind read. With a +2 bonus for like being in control of their thoughts right now. Because as soon as that starts to come up, you're like, yes, that. Give that to me.
Come to me.
I got a pair of 6s or 3 2s.
I got
6
6 9s.
It's so much. Hold, please.
Pair of 6s.
Okay, the 6s are gonna work for now. I'm gonna roll my empty. No, that's too many dice.
Or 2 4s.
I only got a pair of 5s to beat your 6s,
Oh, yeah.
so not good enough. All right, so surprise inspection for Al hits, right? He's like, oh, that's such a relief. Okay, you're with, I need a better term than internal affairs. HR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the polls are not boding well for you.
Well, we're gonna go with IR, intelligent resources.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay, IR. Let me just make a quick little note here, and not that that's gonna make a difference or come up. IR, intelligent resources. So yeah, he seems relieved that you're from IR, and Al says, I'm so sorry. I mean, I would be happy to show you my work, but my laptop is, like, not that that's anybody's fault. It's just, it wasn't in half a moment ago, and now it is, and I can't
So
show
are you
you
saying
everything.
that it was that you don't have control of your full workspace?
I don't. Okay, so I want to get into these minds over here. So there's a mix of feelings about IR, and that it can be the end of your career or launch your career to have a good experience with IR. And there are so many myths and legends about intelligent resources and what it could mean, and that you might get dropped into a pit of fire, or like very little of this is what they know for a fact. It's like you're following these lines. You're 6 9s, right? Okay, so yeah, very quickly you're like hive minding all this information from them. And what do you want to know about intelligent resources? Because that's probably an easier thing to do.
I think he just wanted to be able to give Sapna more of a like leverage for the lie, essentially.
Okay.
But what he actually wants to do is scour their brains for the layout to where because he saw where interstitial was.
Yes.
So he's trying to get in their brains if they know
Sure.
where that is, and then if he could just get their badges so we could just walk through doors.
Yeah. So what you're trying to find is the Luis Ortiz's office, the Sanitation, Waste, and Safety Department. And you have a pretty good sense of how, this mind map of where everything is on this site, and how they've had to like basically create a this company would be multiple stories in an office building, right? But they've had to build it out laterally instead, and so it's this huge sprawling complex, like multiple Costco's, side by side. And they do like occasionally use height, but it's not like they don't make a second floor. They just will like stack things up really high, for whatever reason. And actually, the reason. It's because they can't make floors, right? And this is something that I don't know that maybe you all ever tried it, but when they have tried to like, okay, we can make stairs, but then anything under the stair goes away, right? And it just becomes like black space. And then if they put a ceiling over something, everything under that goes away. So they could build layers, but it's not helpful. It's just now you have to go upstairs. And then there was the concern about the ADA compliance and like that. There's no way to do an elevator, and like it was too
hard to get an elevator into a place.
Yeah, and they're evil, but they're not monsters where you can just ignore people's mobility. Like,
I mean, it's just a fact that like if you make things more accessible, efficiency improves.
yes,
So true.
yeah. So, you have a very clear sense of the layout. That is a lot of information that you won't be able to just dump into everyone else's head.
Okay.
But
You try, and we all just promptly start screaming.
Oh, that's one thing I was thinking about too. Dr. Light isn't in the brain chat, right? Because would that brain chat open up all the other brain chats with all the other Dr. Lights?
well, I don't know that you've tried.
No, that's why Hector hasn't. So
Yeah. So you're welcome to try.
No.
Okay.
Sorry, you're not in the club.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to decide
They're all
Hector is not
singing.
trying this because it could be potentially terrifying,
Right.
then that's legit, right? But
Yeah.
that's I just want that to be your choice.
Yeah. No, that's what I wanted to put
Okay.
that out.
Okay. Got it.
Makes sense.
Because Hector thinks it'll be overload.
Okay. Yeah, and in all this, like, Heather is like kind of right like behind and to your left a little bit,
Yeah.
like kind of following your lead of like, okay, this is intense. Like,
Yeah,
we haven't really done this, but
for sure.
I'm gonna follow along.
Awesome.
And Dr. Light appeared kind of in the middle of the like little half circle that you all created and is stuck still. You could see like her eyes are moving inside her helmet of like, and there's like a bunch of readout and stuff on her faceplate. It's like, Apple Vision Pro if it was good. And is like following a bunch of information, but is just like stuck still in her armor, like a statue.
Well, Alvin, why don't you give us an idea about your day-to-day then? Why don't you explain your responsibilities to us?
Yes, Alvin.
Al.
Al, please. Yeah. The Alvin was my dad. It's like awkward.
Have dads.
Father.
Yeah, and-
named after father.
For all intents and purposes, Al seems like maybe like Eastern European descent, white guy. Seems like a human dude.
Yeah.
Like doesn't have tentacles or antenna or that you can see yet. For what that's worth. However, the other four people, there are a mix of folks here. There are like one person looks like if you had like a Latinx person and made them into like a tiefling, right? So they're not like bright red skin. It's like they look like a normal person but with horns and a tail. And there are just some variations on one of the persons you stopped as a half orc,
They got teeth.
right? So yeah.
Can Hector has control of the people, right?
Yeah.
So I think while Al is talking, I think subconsciously, like, he's handing over Hector the badge. He's going and everybody's lining up in like some chairs and like sitting there so we can just tie them up.
Okay. Well, they're tying
All a
themselves up.
normal part of the inspection.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, you're also like, also I'll tell you, like, they think you're from IR, and in which case they will do what you tell them to do. Now,
Amazing.
like without even mind controlling them, because you.
Well, because he doesn't want to leave and have this thing end and then go, hey, IR's here and I'm moving around the building.
Well, but if you tell them to not,
Okay.
like, please go wait in this conference room and we will debrief you when we're done,
Okay.
they will do that.
All right,
Because
let's do that.
they're either terrified or super pumped to, like, get in good with IR, and both of those serve your purposes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but it's because you made them believe this. Like, the combination of your lie and your, like, understanding what to feed the lie with, you know, was, like, the perfect combo for this. So,
1-2 punch.
yeah.
So what's he do? Like, I am truly interested in this. What's his
So
job?
Al
Yeah.
is like in analysis, right? Like he gets data and he looks at stuff. He looks at risk analysis of.
He puts the Al in analysis.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Oh.
The and that is an ongoing office joke. Al from analysis.
Yeah.
He gets information on various extra dimensions and what it would take to, like, what resources we need to set up a branch there. And, you know, like, oh, in this world, the economy is run on sand, and we need to have this many bags of sand to purchase a building. And, like, you know, in this world, they've never heard of commerce, and we have to corrupt them into being able to use money and profit.
Welcome to capitalism.
Yeah, you know, they'll have to, like, introduce the concept of capitalism, and you know, so, like, he does a lot of stuff like, this is going to be a huge hassle. This one is just full of monsters. So, you know, it's just fire all the way down. Like, no, just throw it away. Like, we don't need that one. So that's what he's like, a member of the, like, let's say this whole, like, all 5 of these people are part of risk analysis.
Tight.
And they're,
This makes me wonder if, because we really only destroyed Al's computer.
yeah, I mean, everyone's like, a bunch of this stuff got wrecked. Like, most of the computers are fine.
My stapler.
Great.
Yeah. One stable is just gone.
One's in Jello. The whole problem.
Yeah.
My stapler.
So, in the interest of gathering more information, I'm going to.
Oh,
hack
like
their
connect to
computers.
some of these laptops?
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice. There's a network here, and I want to be on it
Okay.
and in it, and
Let's
mold
roll
it to my
your tech power, converting a loose die to a wiggle die.
There's no yawning.
3 10s.
Okay. So, yeah, you get, you know, one of the laptops there is plugged into, you know, they have, like, shared drives that they're all working from, and you can pull up the information that they have access to, which is, you know, almost just, you know, thousands of dimensions that they have to analyze, and that they've analyzed probably 30, and they've gone into maybe 10 or 15 to actually do something. But that's the, like, the directories are, like, you know, settled, evaluating, to be evaluated, you know, all of that kind of stuff.
Does it have, like, do these laptops have any information on them about, like, company structure outside of their department?
No. You actually find documents that, like, looking for this information will be grounds for your removal, like that kind of thing, is they are very severely siloed from other departments.
Can I say that there's one bit of information on it, and it's that it's one of those useless emails that, like, people lower in a corporate environment get, that it's like, congratulations to Dave, who has been moved from random name to another district, and you're like, I have no idea what the fuck this means.
Yeah.
He's graduated from head of human resources to head of product
my God,
development,
yeah.
and you're like, what? And that's like
Yeah.
the only thing that's there.
Yeah, there's
We want to
definitely
thank him for his contribution.
that kind of stuff. for sure.
Except
We
instead
and
of
his
like
family
even
will miss
head
him.
of resources and
Yeah.
stuff, it's like, congratulations for everyone thank Dave for his contribution. He has been moved from redacted to redacted.
Even more
Funny.
redacted.
Vice redacted of redacted.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay. So
I love corporate job.
And then the immediate, don't reply to all.
yeah. Oh
I
god.
feel like replying to all is grounds for immediate removal.
Yes.
Okay. So, all right. So you have your cadre of employees here who have answered your questions and are very prepared to sit and wait for you in the break room. It is also clear they are from a range of different places and have varying degrees of like low-key powers or magical abilities or something, right? There is just some variation there. And these 5 people are going to go wait in the boardroom or a meeting room, not the boardroom, and a conference room. That's the word I wanted. And are perfectly happy to wait there because they believe you are from intelligent resources and that you are here to review performance and that they are willing to provide any assistance that they can. Now, whether that story will be able to roll forward and be pervasive is unknown, but these 5 individuals have done, will answer your questions. And also, if we need to like flashback into something that one of them told you, great, we can absolutely do that. Okay? Yep.
One thing I was wondering if I could do off of my previous role, just because it was so successful, is give the information that the analyst had on their computer about all these different universes to Dr. Light.
Yeah.
In her
You
next
just transfer that in. Absolutely, no problem. So she's very excited to get that. And you now have to like prompt her to like, okay, we have to we're walking now. Because she's reading like 5 files at a time and, you know.
She's like, Bill, walk for me.
Yeah. Slash follow.
I think the only other question that it's a very simple question. I just would want to know how, like, maybe 1 or 2 of them got recruited into this place, because it's very strange that there's just, like, a bunch of normal guys in this very strange space. So, yeah, I don't know if they'll answer that without getting suspicious.
Yeah, no, they're let's see. There's a level of that. Yeah, I mean, IR is going to be very well respected, and they don't necessarily. Oh yeah, actually, they will want you because that's like an interview question, you know, of like how'd you get started with the company? Yeah, like as if you didn't already know,
Yeah.
but it's their opportunity to be like, well, let me tell you, I graduated from whatever, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do, and I got excited about whatever, and then I didn't know about dimensions, and, so there's a whole mix of those kinds of conversations, and they are recruited from various dimensions where Rise has been able to set up shop.
Oh,
And
LinkedIn
so,
postings then.
yes, yeah, basically interlinked.
Yes, LinkedIn.
And they so like the half orc is from the like cast offs world, right? And so there's just like varying degrees of where people are from, how they got here, and they were recruited with promise of payment and opportunities and see the worlds, and
Now you do data. Hell yeah.
yeah.
Which actually, speaking of recruited from all these different dimensions, how do all of us feel pressure-wise?
Oh, here, I don't think there's any particular pressure. Yeah,
Good to know.
here in the outer stitial. Yeah.
Other stitial.
Are you an innie stitial or an outie stitial?
Superstitial?
Sure.
Cool. I was just curious.
Yep. Yep.
Awesome. Okay.
I
Okay.
think I have a basic floor plan
Okay.
if we want to go forward.
We'll update you at a later time.
Right. So we should stay here. Can
wanna-
we have our laptops or?
You definitely need to take your laptops and continue working.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I mean, I can't. Al is like, but I'll just work. We'll team up today.
Mhm.
Any outside communication from you to the rest of the employees would contaminate the process.
No, that makes sense. Yeah. We'll go in here and we'll
Work as usual.
yeah. I mean, it's okay to like use the bathroom and stuff, right? Like, we're not gonna talk. We don't want to interrupt the process.
Trying to be tough.
Yeah.
Tough man squint.
Yes, make sure you
I think you know the answer to that.
keep to your,
Yeah. And they all look at
keep
each
to
other
your
they're
allotted
like,
breaks. We need you working at full capacity.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Of course.
Wait until we get outside. Where do we go next?
Hector's like, I think we start going down this hall. Then he starts
Yeah.
laying it out.
Directing how to
Yeah.
get where we're going. Okay. The trip through the office is not as awkward as it seems, and I should mention too the like the half orc has adopted like a very modern business suit, right? But there were people who were like, one of the people you were talking to was in a toga, right? One of them was in like the what's that, like French, not steampunk, Rococo, right? Like whatever, right? Like total mix of stuff. And so the fact that you're like 2 power armors and some modern clothes and or body armor and whatever, like 6 of you tromping through the office is not that weird. It's a little like nobody's traveling in packs of 6, right? But the fact that you look so strange doesn't appear to be a huge problem. And for the power armors and for your interstitial body armors, do you have that as well, or are you just in? Yeah, okay. There is you are able to, as soon as you start talking about like, oh yeah, IR whatever, and you get the you manage to pull the like what the logo of IR looks like, and you suddenly have these like barcode badges on your things with the like IR and the little like the spiky rising sun over the barcode sort of thing, and you are able to we have a version of our Rise Corp logo that Bill made for us. Bill Roper, the human, real human Bill. Who
Saying our Bill isn't a real
he's not a human. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. For sure. He's a real non-human.
Real non-human.
But yeah, those are a really fun surprise.
I think
that
it's
he got
funny
for
that
us.
Bill has like a laminate badge, and you see like the power goes zzz to like a door,
Yeah.
and then unlock the door and
Sure. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So you all now are essentially in uniform. So you look like you belong here. And is there anything we want to do on the way to finding waste management? Yes, Enge?
I know
That was
that
just a really funny sentence.
I know that my communicator and whatnot can't work to other dimensions, but since interstitial is here,
Mm-hmm.
Good point.
Let's roll tech support.
okay.
I have a thought. I need 6s on this.
Well, I got 4 10s.
Oh,
Ooh.
that'll do. How many natural 10s?
2.
So take a willpower. And that's with your converted wiggle die? Okay. Yeah, you managed to cut through, and you realize actually there's not a lot of other interference here. The people here don't seem to have a communicator device like what you have. And so you're also, like the 6 of you are on like a little local network. And Dr. Light has reported that she is in tenuous contact with her others, but it's not as strong as it usually is. So she's a little bit cut off and a little bit, not totally isolated, but it takes a lot more concentration to sort of tune into what the others are all about. But there's a lot of her attention is also like, let me tell you everything about my experience, to them. So she's constantly trying to relay a lot of that. And at some point, she like sets her armor on auto walk and like follow Bill, right? And is doing that so that she can like pull up virtual keyboard and like do all this other stuff that she's doing. She like turns off her speaker. You can hear her speaking inside. It's muffled, but you can hear her speaking inside her helmet. Just babbling on, just an endless litany of information. The contact with Interstitial. I don't think you're aware of their situation, right? You just like
No, because I was
like calling someone.
I was away when you found out about the thing. So unless you updated me on what you saw when we were getting ready.
I think that would have been the case,
Yeah,
right?
we would have had like a
debrief everything and prep, and so you would have talked about the
interrogation.
Yeah. You saw the scene
and then
where Brian got shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yes. Aware.
Okay. So, but yeah, you sort of tune into Interstitial's consciousness, and you get this. Oh, you're here. Okay. Great. So, how did you find me?
You told me that when I didn't know what to do, that sometimes you have to flip it and look underneath.
Oh, that's good advice. Okay, I'll do that later. Is it...
Well, time travel. Okay. Not thinking too hard about this.
Look, if I can Bill and Ted a
I was
moment,
gonna say
I
it's
will.
very Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
You also told Hector just in case.
Yeah, I should probably tell more people in case it doesn't end up being... But I mean, it is, but what if it's not? And then that's, you know.
But to this moment,
Yeah, right, okay, yes.
we're here,
Yes.
coming for you.
Yeah, they've killed Brian.
Found that out.
I think I'm having a feeling.
Feelings can be a lot if you're not used to having them.
I didn't want to kill Brian,
Yeah.
but I think I want to kill this person in the room with me. What happens to them when they die?
That's up for debate.
I mean, I know they come through here, but then, I mean, not here, but the other here. But then I don't know what happens after that.
Neither do we. In fact, we don't actually know the first part either.
Okay.
Is the interstitial powered by ghosts?
Killing someone is a really big thing. And it will not make the feeling go away. It will just make new feelings.
But they're going to kill more people. Probably.
I just want you to really consider why you want to kill them. Would something else also work instead of killing them? To stop them from killing other people?
We have to get them out of here first.
Okay, then let's focus on that. And we'll just sidebar killing for now.
Okay.
Can always revisit it later if things change. I understand that. But let's not make it option of first resort.
Yeah, I can't control this place. Like I can control my place. This is like you can't control your guts if you're not Kit.
Nice
Guts?
qualifier.
Guts?
Guts.
Your viscera.
I understood you the first time.
I didn't want you to think I meant competence.
Appreciate clarification. But back to the situation at hand. We believe we have a way out. But we don't know how they got you here in the first place.
They pulled me through the floor.
That explains the hole in your floor. I mean, it's not a hole, but
Yeah, it wouldn't be, but it's like one.
but is there a way to patch it up if we get you home?
I don't know. I've never been here before.
Great.
I've never been inside my body.
Are we in your guts right now?
That's the best.
Okay, I'm sorry I asked. Never
Yeah.
mind. Let's go.
You get, and you're basically communicating with the interstitial mentally right now. You get like 40 million adverbs. Like, sorry.
That hurt. That was looking at. Big blink. Okay. We're coming to your position. How many people are there with you?
4.
Are they all armed?
Should I count Brian?
No.
4. They have arms.
Do they have weapons?
I don't know.
Okay.
1 does. A gun.
Okay.
I'm gonna take it away from her.
Maybe wait until we get closer.
But you're here,
It
so
seems
just
like
be
a-
here.
Well, you know how you said you couldn't control your viscera? Can we control this place like you control upstairs?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna find out.
I just
That was actually the most normal conversation we've ever had, and I'm a little creeped out by that.
okay.
Oh, I do want to just go ahead and put a migraine in your brain now.
Yeah, I
Is
figured.
that okay? You're getting
Take a
better,
migraine.
yeah.
What?
I do
Uh,
have
I'm
to
taking
say,
a shock damage.
yeah,
to
please
my
take
head.
really
one shock
fast.
damage.
Or just one damage. Yeah.
we're in my
yeah.
favorite.
No, we have shock and killing.
almost
right?
favorite.
Yeah. No,
Mhm.
I meant versus actually taking one to my head.
Yeah,
Once
yeah,
we stop
yeah.
doing
One shock.
We're in my second favorite Madeline Langle book right now.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously.
Yes.
Which one is that?
The one where they go inside Charles.
Yeah, they go inside Charles's body and like go into the mitochondria, and there's like people living inside the
Whoa.
mitochondria with like
Hmm.
souls and desires and
Crazy,
things, and
okay.
it's so good. But it's not like magic school bus style. It's very like fantasy,
Oh,
less like science fiction and more fantasy. It's
okay.
great. Anyway,
Okay, cool.
Oh, what is that one called? So it's a wrinkle in time. It's an
Okay,
old
well,
story.
we're gonna move
an
on.
open door or something.
Limited time here
Sorry.
today. But yeah, you are making your way through the facility.
Mhm.
There are pretty clear paths where you need to go to get to waste management.
When we get close to the door, Hector's gonna ask Sapna, can you send out a mass email to the group and let everybody know there's gonna be a fire drill?
Yeah. That'll take a roll because the only way you could do it easily is sending it from a risk analysis. But what you want is a more top-down, authoritative. You need to look like IR sending the email, and so we'll need to roll tech, and we'll need. Hold on, that's gonna be. Actually, I think 6s is fine for that.
I got 3 10s.
Okay.
We're Jason
I'm-
rolling today.
Bye.
Well, because of the extra wiggle.
Yeah.
We're wheeling all over this place.
You know what? I'm gonna have this. The system has active defenses, so I'm gonna have the system resist. Not like this. So the email is supposed to say what?
Just basically like hey, we got to do a fire drill for safety. Yeah, everybody needs to go to their respective places
Okay.
outside of the building.
I think I'm going to use like the information that you gave us on like the mysticism and whatever
Mhm.
of IR and have it be like, there will be an emergency evacuation drill to gauge efficiency and performance in adhering to company guidelines.
That's terrifying. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Now.
I feel like that qualifies as the too horrifying on my tech power right there.
Yeah. Roll. I'm gonna have you roll intimidation -2 because it's via email instead of your face.
Real.
What are you saying about my face, Jason?
You're more effective in person.
Yeah. Put chocolate milk in my coffee this morning.
Oh, good call.
Yeah, I got 2 7s.
That's the good stuff.
Yeah. 7s. Great. That's fine. The now you're not saying the drill is now. You're saying there will be a drill.
Mhm.
Okay.
And people, I am not telling you that IR does not feel the need to communicate the timing of the drill as response timing is part
Sure.
of the performance evaluation.
Yeah. So they shouldn't start preparing now. They should like continue as
Continue to
normal.
work
Yeah.
as normal.
Just
until
panic
the
about
drill.
it in your head.
Exactly.
Yeah, and as you're going past cubicles and other things, you see people like, did you see the thing? We gotta, and then other people are like, shh, just do your goddamn work. Just
They're watching.
yeah. IR is coming.
Behind my sunglasses, like,
They're everywhere.
Yep. So the place is now prepped. You can just feel this energy level, as you go past people of this heightened awareness and like, I am going to keep working as efficiently as I can. Don't get up. Don't look over your shoulder. But it's clearly an inspection day. You also, let's see. Oh, actually, yeah, super hearing. That's you. So please roll your sound powers for me.
Sapna, have you communicated to us that we're inside Interstitial's body? Do we know that now?
I feel like the entire conversation was also
Okay.
relayed per as much as I could, like just here,
The
brain chat.
The brain chat.
I'm going to
On
clue
speaker,
you in.
essentially, but in brain speaker.
Would I
Breaker.
that's-
explode my own brain if I... Oh, go ahead. Tried to
3,
control this.
4, 5 10s.
Yeah, okay. So you're also picking up whispers of, maybe Mrs. Lindsay is in trouble. Because why hasn't she responded? Why isn't she on the email, right? Why didn't she send it out? There is this like, what's happening? Like, is there a big upheaval? Like,
right?
is something, that's the tiniest whispers of like work bestie to work bestie and no further, in little pockets. But the name Lindsay is awkward and like probably rage inducing. So and when that pops up, you're like, why isn't it her? Why didn't she send it? Why? Yeah.
Apparently, one of the people who's really important is named Lindsay.
Ew.
Well, Hector knows that, right? From the
Mhm.
deep dive?
Yep.
So we would have already got bios in the brain chat.
Yeah, but you can confirm that and say,
Yeah.
oh yeah, no, that's the CEO. And,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a good way to introduce that information. Sarah, what were you going to explode your brain about?
I mean, I just noticed that this is the inside of a body, so I thought is it a body that I can fuck with? Or will I kill my entire brain trying to do that because it's interstitial?
I am open to trying it. We have established that anything that's even not entirely mammal
know.
is a stretch.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to do it with your head power, I'm open to it.
So explode my brain. Listen, it's not that I don't even have anything particular that I want to do. Except maybe, interstitial said be here. So I'm like, oh, can we like control the body processes to like zap us to where interstitial is? I'd sure like to try it.
Okay.
But I
See,
might
that
break
would be
my brain.
embarrassing.
So I'll try.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I get an additional wiggle die on top of the dice that I use? Or
Well,
do I
you
replace one with a
convert a
Okay, so 7. Roll with
a loose
7
die
dice.
to a wiggle die.
Yeah. And 2 10s. I also had 3 8s, so I was deciding which one would
Yeah.
be. Yeah. But
Did you roll
Not
the
natural.
tens? Oh, okay, great.
Because with the wiggle.
Yep. So the without upsetting any of the other people in this space.
Yeah.
The like, I explained how this was like this huge stretched out place, right? And so not in a way that anybody else seems to notice. The part that is like, distance away from you begins to curl up and back on itself. And everybody is still just sitting on their desks and doing whatever, right? But it curls up and kind of twists around, and so that it can, as if it was a piece of paper that you were taking to things and moving closer to each other. But all the stuff on the paper is unbothered.
Gotta stop it with the Madeline Langle references.
Okay.
Jason.
I don't know this
I know,
person,
you're
so.
not even doing it on purpose. Amazing.
But, yes. However, I need you to. I'm going to have you roll your. Actually, you could use your power for this. So you're going to have to resist some damage.
That's so fair. Yeah.
So
Just look over, Kit's just staring and like a little bit of blood.
yeah,
is
roll
coming
your
out.
biokinesis power
Okay.
because it's trying to dismantle your brain.
4 and 3 wiggle dice. Jesus Christ. 5 9s.
Oh yeah, okay,
Wow.
that'll do. That's no damage.
We did it.
That's totally overcome. I was looking at 4, so
Yeah,
that's fine.
But
Um,
that's a
Blood,
lot
it's
of.
chocolate milk.
I mean, I
lot
like
of,
the bloody nose
that's a lot
anyway.
of
Like, let's
Oh yeah,
let's
it's
do
still
that.
happening for flavor. I just have to take away 5 willpower
But
for
I think your body language immediately, Heather, is like her hands on your shoulder, like, "Are you good?" Because also her
Yeah.
eyes are wide and the whole thing is like curling around and no one else seems to notice.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I think Kit just in response raises a hand and goes, I think I did something. Pointing towards it.
Oh, wow.
and if you all can get your feet on that floor, that's where you'll be.
Well, great. That's actually the easiest part of this.
Let's get our feet on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you either toss or jump or launch or fly or whatever. And as soon as there's a moment where you pass over, you're like, oh no, I'm upside down. And your
It's like
feet,
in scintillation again.
yeah. You pass that point and your feet flip around and you land on the floor. And it doesn't unfold. It just is flat again and was always flat. And now you're here, and down the hallway, you can hear elevated voices, and there's like down another section you can hear like controlled gunfire, like firing range, like gun range,
okay.
right?
I was like,
So,
oh no.
yeah, it's it's like not combat, right?
Mhm.
But it's you can just hear a lot of stuff going on here. It's a much more active, like physically active part of the facility. And what do you want to do?
Keep walking like we're going somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta find
You have a pretty
that.
good sense of like those
room.
elevated voices, the loud voices are like where you're supposed to be.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hey, Interstitial really didn't seem like they were content to wait for us. They just told us to be there, so let's be there. Okay. Yeah, let's
Okay.
go.
Right.
I'd be armed.
Yeah.
Okay. So you come around, and again, just following these loud voices, right? You get to what do you call it, like a foyer? Like a secretary's part of the office, right? Like the person at the welcoming desk. And this is the like head of waste management, it's Luis Ortiz's office, right? And then behind the secretary desk, there's no secretary at the desk, but behind that there's the like door that's like Luis Ortiz, and you know, that door is sort of open a little bit, and you can hear all the voices through there.
Is that where the yelling and shouting is?
Yeah.
I'm through it.
Okay. Blast through the door. Everybody else? Yeah?
Let's bring in. Dr. Light, take off your auto.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Standing right next to you, like, dude.
Too close. You're clipping. I can see the back of your teeth. No. All right. So rush into this room as one person comes flying out. So in I don't know if you all remember this, in Ortiz's office, there was, a big desk. There was a bunch of stuff like a bar cart and, whatever. It was a big fancy office, right? And then off to the side.
It was like 40s noirish.
Yeah. And so off to the side was another door, which is where Interstitial and Brian were being kept prisoner. And all of the officers the company officers had gone in there to talk to Interstitial and kill Brian, and that's kind of the scene that we're walking in on now, regardless of like the amount of time that has passed doesn't totally make sense from everything that you know so far, but it seems like Brian has just been killed, and that Interstitial is like in a chair in this is not like tied up, but they're sitting in this chair being interrogated. They're yelling at him, and the heretofore unnamed CTO is still kind of like standing outside the door, looking at a BlackBerry. Yes, a BlackBerry. While everyone's in the room, this guy's kind of like leaning against the wall outside, like looking at the BlackBerry as you come busting into Ortiz's office.
Right.
And he's like,
just slap the BlackBerry into that guy's face. So like he just wham.
okay, I need you to roll. Let's roll an attack.
This is just
Brawl, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh Jesus.
How'd we do?
I haven't rolled it yet. I just realized like I have 7 dice and a wiggle in brawling.
Oh yeah.
Do I get an extra wiggle in that? For,
You convert a loose die to a wiggle. Yeah, because that's powered.
Which one am I not going to roll?
You take that blue.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, that's 4 10s.
Okay, I had 3 9s. However, we should know, like, all right, you're gonna smack this guy, and he was like trying to block you and was moving pretty quick, right? Like you're faster, but he was moving too fast, right? Like faster than he should be. And when you hit him, this like kind of like force fieldy kind of thing flickers up, and you slam him against the wall, which doesn't break, and he doesn't get knocked out, right? But he's like, whoa,
But I broke his BlackBerry.
yeah. The BlackBerry's broken, but the force field not, and he is like, it looks like he's sore, like he took some damage, but I've subtracted a bunch of it. So you had 4 10s, so 4 shock and 4 killing. His force field absorbed some of that. Okay, so
I feel like if it was a Nokia, it would have survived.
yeah, for sure, it would.
This is true.
Absolutely. But you're now standing at the open door, and you can see, there's all these like people in suits, various styles of suits as well. Like one of them is clearly Ortiz in his suit is this like 1940s, like seersucker kind of, total different vibe from like the pantsuit that Miss Lindsay is wearing. So, just various things here. So you can see Interstitial sitting in this chair, and he looks up and sees you, and has this. They have this sort of strange expression, and you hear Interstitial say, "Right, no killing," and reaches up and like in that gesture, everyone does like to like push your hair back sometimes. You know what I mean? Like to just like they don't have hair in front of their face, and they're all white anyway, right? Just that like too white material, the just plasticky whatever. But pushes their hair back, and when they do, the hair turns black under their hands. And gets up out of the chair and grabs one of these people. We'll say it's the COO, and just slams him against the wall, which again has no like. There's no give or break. Like these walls are like you cannot break these walls. So that's important to understand, right? And slams this guy against the wall, and he just like just slides down the wall and like collapses. So the interstitial head was in the chair when he came in and pushed their hair back. The hair turned black.
Hell yeah.
Well, I did that and got up. So threw the CEO against the wall. Now I don't have to name him.
I wondered if that's why you were choosing those people.
The CTO is a reason, but like there's enough naming. Now let's enter regular initiative. Okay,
right.
You all can tell even from
Initiative.
in the office, like there's a combat that we're doing, so we will declare in order. Let's see, lowest sense. I'm just gonna say probably Kathy Haynes and Dave Heineman are sense 2.
Damn.
Sense 2.
Yeah. Kathy doesn't notice anything.
What's going on?
Then Ortiz is gonna be like sense 5. Lindsay is sense 4. And look, public facing standards. Oh yeah, 3. Okay. So CTO, unnamed CTO is also sense 5.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone else at sense 2? I don't remember what Heather had, but that's fine. I don't want to like load this up with NPCs, so
Sure.
Heather's gonna do stuff, but this is not her spotlight right now. So, all right. So, anyone on 2? Okay.
Just Kathy.
So, Kathy Haynes, acting president of marketing, interactive media, and play activations, is going to deploy some of her drones. They look like toys, and they come out of nowhere. So
Of course she's
so
got
a number
friends.
of things appear. Dave Heineman is, I think, going to try to make a run for it.
He's roly-poly. He doesn't run very fast.
He's going to do his best. Sense 3, anybody? You all leveled up, huh? Okay. Miss Rathor? The flags, yeah, that's important.
If
Uniforms and flags. Do you have a flag?
She carries sets of poison needles under her sleeve
Poison needles? Yeah.
because sewing.
Yeah. Okay,
That was how I had envisioned.
sure. Yeah,
She
also
has
I
like
think
a spool machine that just goes somehow.
yeah, no, I like the idea of also her uniform is like she like
Or they.
yeah, they like pull a thing and the uniform like becomes armored and has all these like needle arrangements. Yeah, so they're gonna try to needle. Let's see, they know they can't needle interstitial in an effective way, and they don't know that they shouldn't needle you, Chainsaw, so they're going to come after you and try to needle you. Who knows? Maybe these needles have 8 armor penetration.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I was just laughing at they're gonna needle you.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're going to
been
criticize
needled.
your tastes.
tattoos.
All right, sense 4?
Me.
Okay.
I want to eat Lindsay's willpower.
Oh, yeah, okay. So you're gonna have to like rush in there
Yeah.
to the melee and get there, but that's fine. Okay, so you want to try to. Is this on 4?
Sure is.
Oh, right. Okay, what's your mind score?
My mind is 3.
Oh, yeah, you do. You have to go first because she like declares right after you, and I want to make sure we had the right order.
Yeah.
There. Okay, so she gets to know that that's what you're trying to do. Say it again, please.
Eat willpower.
Oh yeah, take the
Yum,
willpower.
yum,
Okay.
yum, yum.
And she does actually have a sense that you're coming for willpower. Like, she actually does know what that means. So I think she's going to. Yeah, I have to tell you all this. She's going to Hulk out.
Who is?
Miss Lindsay.
Oh.
And she's going to get big and strong. So.
It's my move.
Well,
Copyright
you know.
infringement.
Yeah. You're bringing it up with legal. Any other sense 4? 5? Okay.
That's me.
Oh,
And me.
and mine scores probably you, right?
4.
3.
Okay, so you have to go first.
Yeah. I am going to beat the living tar out of this CTO.
Okay, cool.
And try to get him out of the way so that they can get into the room.
And do you want to also have like an active defense against the needler, or
Yeah.
just rely on your armor to not
I mean-
to like not worry about it?
I think what is my natural armor?
It's a lot.
Yeah. I'll take a point of defense.
Well, it just means you have to multi-action.
Yeah.
So you like lose a die to your die pool, and then need an extra
Lose a
set
die, huh?
to do an active defense.
All right. I'm doing it anyway.
Okay, cool. Kit.
I'm gonna pull Vox Machina Craven Edge and see that Miss Lindsay
Do I
is
need
trying
to get the reference? Because I don't.
No,
Okay.
I'll
I got
explain
it.
to
That's
you.
what really matters.
Great.
Miss Lindsay is about to Hulk out, and so I'm going to try to speed atrophy her muscles.
Oh, okay. That's fun.
Yeah. I love it. Get tiny.
Great.
Still be big, but you won't be
unswole.
able to support the weight of your own bigness.
Yeah. All right. Sapna?
I am going to Sonic Boom. Because they were kind of like on one side of the room, interrogating.
They're I mean, it's not a big
interstitial,
room.
but like it's the
It's
way
a
we've
cone, yeah.
we've talked about it. It's
Yeah.
a cone. So if I step to the doorway and cone to one direction,
Yeah, you could probably get a couple of them.
yeah.
Okay.
Cone verb.
Okay. Cool. Or we can. There is something in there about like power shaping. Like if you want to do I think you can take a die out for each target you want to protect from your power. So that's the other thing. If you just want to hit the whole room, but not interstitial, I don't think, is anyone else in the room? You're just outside with the CTO. Nobody else
I'm
is,
making my way into the room.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I was about
want
to
to
say,
get there.
like multiple people.
that would
are-
depend on the result of the thing. So if you want to take out 3 dice to make sure that these 2 and interstitial aren't hit by your power, that would be an option as well. Or if you want to try to angle it to be more careful, that's okay too.
That's cool. I will take out 3 dice. So that's. Yeah, I'll just take out the 3 die. That's fine.
Okay, cool. And if you're rolling a power, make sure you're converting 1 loose die to a wiggle die. And let's roll them bones.
Roll the bone.
I'm spending a willpower to get an extra die back since I had to lose one.
Okay. Yep.
That's 2, 3.
Okay. Also, if this works, Miss Lindsay has to roll a stability check, and I have to roll a stability check.
And
Okay.
mine has traumatic.
Yeah, that's what mine has.
Oh, so I'm rolling stability too?
Okay, not bad. Got Kathy Haynes.
Go, Kathy, go.
What was she
I mean,
doing?
no, Kathy, no.
Oh, the
Drone.
drones. The drones. Yeah.
She was going out to the fire drill
Release the drones.
She's just gonna go hang out somewhere else.
at the cafe.
Yeah. She's gonna get a latte.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, let's do that instead. Okay. Yeah, she needs the multi-action. All right. Then let's roll Luis's attack.
Jesus.
Sorry, there's a lot of guys here.
I didn't know. It's just the amount of dice I heard. I was like, oh god.
It's a lot of chiclets, man.
Okay. Then Dave Heineman to run for it. He doesn't get that
Go,
many
Dave,
dice
go.
to do this.
He is basically Brian Doyle Murray.
I don't know what that is.
Bill Murray's brother.
Right. Doyle. Murray.
Okay, he's got a pair of 9s. Run, Heineman.
I feel like Dr. Light, all this chaos is around Dr. Light, and they're just
He's the boss.
Yeah.
in the data of it all.
Boss
For
in
sure.
Christmas Vacation who gives them the Jelly Club.
I don't remember.
No, I
that.
got nothing.
Looks like a nice grandpa.
We're gonna use willpower.
Rude.
I'm giving the C-suite 1 pool of willpower to share, just so you know. Like they're making their own attack roll. Oh. It's fine.
You're blue.
I shouldn't roll this many dice. This is the problem.
Yeah.
And then
I agree.
if I need to roll dice for Heather or something, I will. But she's like getting into it. Okay, I have 5s of a kind.
I have a 6 of a kind.
Okay.
I have 4s, so.
I have 4 of
Fours.
a kind.
Okay. What were you?
Draining willpower from.
Oh yeah.
the-
Okay.
die.
That's fine. We'll just treat that as their shared willpower. And you had 6.
8s.
Is it width of 6 or 6 with go first?
It's width of 6. I don't have go first on
Oh,
that
you
one.
don't. Okay, so width of 6, which means you're supposed to take 6 willpower, right? Do I do a stability check for that?
Yeah, I have traumatic.
Oh, okay. So I have to do a stability check for that. That's why we do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's roll that. Is that the right number? Yes.
Well, there's the resist, I think, and then there's maybe also the.
Yeah, I think I am supposed to roll a resist as well. But okay, this was the trauma check. I passed the trauma check.
Nice.
The resist has to be versus, I think, the number of dice or the the
pool.
pool, right?
Mhm.
So what's the total dice pool to drain willpower?
The total dice pool is 8.
Yeah, okay, so I have to be 8s. I like that rule. That still feels
That's
good.
nice.
We're gonna burn one of these willpowers you're trying to steal.
Drive the car like you stole it.
That's
Like it's about to be
you
stolen.
have to be one number. You don't get to like be 4.5. 4. Okay. You
It
picked.
shows.
You picked. Okay, we're gonna burn one more willpower.
Oh,
It's working.
it's working.
Yeah, I mean you're draining the willpower. Wow, fuck you, I guess.
It's like you did like the force, huh?
Yeah, you drain 6 willpower out of the shared pool. Yeah,
Yeah, that it burned too. It's,
yeah. So really, they're down 8 from the pool of willpower that I gave them.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's
An
amazing.
Shared pool, they have more than 8 willpower.
I think
just so you-
Bill had like a happy AI looking face, and then it turned into like the calavera. Because
Oh,
that's
yeah.
kind of like and that's when you see that ghostly
the
come
death
back.
mask.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's great. You got a lot of willpower out of that. And that doesn't exceed your max. Or Bill is a battery now.
He is, but I
Yeah.
wasn't close to my max.
Oh, okay. You don't have to. Great. Great. Okay. That was 6 of a kind. I have 2 5s of a kind.
Okay.
I'm going to resolve these separately. Okay, but that does mean you also, like, part of your turn was, like, running into the room to get to Lindsay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then, at this moment in time, Chainsaw's still outside the room. You two are still outside the room. The actual, like, prison room, right? Okay. Then, I'm going to deal with the CTO first, who's coming for you.
Okay.
All right? What's your passive armor situation? Or what was your active defense roll? So did you set...
Oh, yeah, I rolled 2 8s.
Okay, so that's going to be overcome. But you still have your passive armor, so that's
Right,
fine.
which is 2 armor. I believe that's what I have written down.
Okay.
Well, you have more than 2 passive armor, right?
Yeah. Hold on,
don't-
I have it here.
What was the aura power?
That one has...
Hardened defense, armored defense, obvious.
Yeah, you just have to turn it on, I think, is the thing. So it is... Let's make an activation roll for that. So roll your...
I thought that's what my 8s were for.
No, that was for, like, blocking or whatever. Your aura power is just like your passive, like, actual armor
Right.
effect.
That's what I'm attacking with right now, too. So
Yeah.
I would imagine it would be up.
Yeah. So what we're really supposed to do is have you, like, combat has started. Let's just passively make a check for your armor and see how effective your armor is today.
Okay.
And then it just stays on. So let's yeah, let's just go ahead and do that
Just
passive
roll.
check. Yeah, so roll 6
power?
dice, because right now it's 6 and 1 hard die and 2 wiggle.
Thank God I have 2 wiggle dice. That's 3 7s.
Are there any 10s, or like you might want to just make
Hard
your
die.
wiggle
I mean,
dice
I guess
10s
my hard die
is a 10.
with my wiggle dice.
Yeah, I would just take
3
that
10s,
and make
yeah.
it 3 10s. Okay, great.
Damn.
So that's a good, because between that and your body armor,
Mm-hmm.
you're able to soak the 5 damage that was getting through your guard. And it's just worth noting that this guy, like, you caught him off guard and then, like, pushes you back a little bit and, like, is actually, like, engaging with you in a fight that you've not had in a long time.
Right.
Right.
Oh, this
Like-
guy can actually
Like,
throw down.
shoves you back and you're like, that actually pushed me back.
Yeah.
What's happening here? And then has this, like when he comes around to punch you, his force field makes a spike in front of it, and he's, like, trying to stab you with his force field, basically. It's not telekinesis the way that you're doing your thing, but it, like, slam, like some of it gets past your guard, some of it hits your armor. It's just like he's moving very fast and is a match for you at this point. So, my other 5/10s.
Imagine we're also doing this in like a sea of cubicles.
Well, yeah, unfortunately, we're in this like little.
Office.
We're in. Oh, you're outside in Ortiz's office, right? So there's a bar cart. There's a big fancy desk.
Oh,
there's
nice.
chairs. Like fancy leather chairs
Get a
and
drink
stuff.
while
and-
we're fighting.
Yeah.
Pick up thing, you're like, oh, not the scotch.
Yeah.
Vodka!
Yeah, but you're in Ortiz's fancy office right now.
Right.
So there is all of that. The fight might spill out into the cubicles, but that's where we are right now. My other 10s were Ortiz. Okay. All right. Oh, this is great. So Ortiz versus Hector. You have your 2 armor from.
I have spider sense.
Oh, spider. That's what. Okay, so I have to get past that. What's your spider sense at?
5.
5. Okay, my 5/10s are gonna be able to.
Wow.
Doesn't it take down the successes?
Yeah. It's those are gobble dice. So actually, yeah, you narrowly avoid. You get up there and you're like, "Bro," you drain all this willpower out of Lindsay, and just jerk your head just in time as Ortiz puts this enormous revolver to the side of your head, which is like an old-timey revolver, but just blam, and it like impacts the wall instead as you just like twitch your head to the side at the last minute. Not even sure why you're moving, but yeah, you get out of the way. Yep. That's good. That's my 2 5. Okay, so I also have 4s of a kind. Somebody else had 4s of a kind. Okay, what are your 4s?
10s.
9s.
Also 9s.
I also have 9s, but we'll deal with the 10s first.
So that's 4 10s for Sonic Boom that has 3 penetration.
Oh, right. To everybody in the room
Except for the 3 people that I
that
decided.
you have to protect, and you only have to protect 2, so that's nice, but you compensated for it, so that's fine.
I feel
We
extra
could say
protected.
that extra, like that, since it was only 2 living people, that I didn't pulverize E. Bryant's body.
Okay, sure. Just out of respect for the dead.
A newfound
Yeah.
caring for
Okay.
the dead.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be sad for Brian to want to like respect the dead.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah,
that's
I mean, you don't want to deal with all that either.
Oh, actually,
Right.
fuck.
what?
God damn it. I just always forget that Sonic Boom has Go First on it.
Oh, so that's supposed to go on 5 of a kind.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's fine.
that's fine. We'll resolve it now. But it is still with the 4.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's see. Who's got armor here? Okay. Lindsay is taking 2.
And that's with 3 penetration.
Ooh, is taking 3. Rathor has the cool uniform shit, is actually only taking 2 damage. I'm trying to use the decisions you made for these characters against you, like
Yeah.
actively.
It
just
makes
so-
me
Sound
happy.
great.
Okay.
It makes me happy. I'll be honest.
Kathy Haynes has to take the 3 damage. She doesn't have extra
No.
armor compared to, like, they have some kind of armor like what you guys have. But,
Yeah, that makes sense. Kathy's just
Um,
wearing the drabbest power suit you could imagine. So I
Got
figure
it,
that's
got
not
it.
a lot of.
So if I do 4 damage, because that's
Yeah.
what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And they have 1 armor.
they have 2 armor.
They have 2 armor, but then
Yeah.
I have 3 penetration.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, that bypasses that. Yeah. Okay, so then that's 4 damage. I'm still gonna keep Rathor's down. I'm gonna apply like some force field bullshit that she's got. So she's not gonna take the whole. They're not gonna take the whole 4. Haynes has to take the 4. Ortiz has to take the 4. Heineman has not started running yet has to take the 4 damage. CTO is outside the room. COO is outside the room. So I think we covered it. Done.
The COO is outside the room?
Yeah, the unnamed guy.
Because I thought the interstitial had rammed him into the wall.
Oh, yeah, no, he's unconscious on the floor.
Oh,
Yep.
okay, great.
Yeah. That's fine.
He's gone.
Yeah.
He's unimportant.
Yeah. Or we might
He's
keep that
unemployed.
as your protect a person because
Yes,
you
no,
might
I
kill
will
him
not.
with the
I will
overdamage.
not hit.
Yeah.
I will not hit the unconscious person.
And
And we can just say it doesn't affect.
we're just not going to
non-living
mutilate
things.
bodies. That's
Yeah.
not a thing that we're doing in this game. That's
We are not the boys.
Here at Pinnacles.
yeah. Like that's where we reach our edge. Okay, then a bunch of us have 4 9s.
Yay.
Okay, I have. Okay, now sometimes damage is supposed to interrupt my turn. It's not gonna interrupt that.
How much damage does this do to all those drones?
A bunch.
Ooh.
Yeah, the drones are done.
They just crumble
They're
into
very
Legos.
cheaply made.
And you will be suffering to my drone.
Oh, man.
Wait, where's my other 4x9? I thought I had 2 of these. Oh no, I had 2 5x10s. That's what it was. That was what, like, when I was rolling, and I was like, "Oh, what?" Like, that's what had happened. Was I mean, they have wiggle dice and stuff too, but all right. Then 4x9. I think
4x9.
Lindsay is. I'm gonna have her go last of the 4x9s. I'm not officially lowering the hit because she can resist that, like having the damage gobble her dice. But of you two, who wants to go first?
I mean, I wouldn't call what I'm doing damaging her. So I feel like, do we want to have damage stack first and then go for my move, or?
I'm
Oh,
fighting
you're
a
doing
guy
with
in a
the
different
CTO.
room, so-
You know what? Let's sort out the CTO first
Yeah, let's do that.
and see what happens with that. So you're doing 4 9s
4 9s with penetration.
to my guy. Oh, how much penetration?
Just the one.
1 penetration. That's how much damage is getting through because he
Okay.
has 4 armor. Okay.
Had a feeling.
CTO takes 1 damage. Ooh.
He comes at me like boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
and I'm like on my heels, and then just duck underneath one of his punches and come back. Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom.
You like
Start
lift
driving
him
him
up
back.
off the ground. You
Yeah.
know, like, and I think that's his, like, he is susceptible to the amount of inertial force you're delivering, right? Like, you hit him and he goes flying back, and that's huge, right? And then, like, half of the
Good, he went
damage
flying
is.
back.
Yeah, exactly. Half the damage is you are this irresistible force, and then he hits the black walls here, which are an
Which
immovable
do not
object.
give.
Yeah. Like beyond all physics, you know? So he slips, so that's where this damage finally gets through. Use your environment.
Who is this in this room?
In the office part,
Mhm.
it's you two. It's you and Kit, and Heather is probably out here like trying to figure out how to, you know,
Where are
who
the
to
plants?
cover.
Water the plant.
Yeah.
I'm out here.
There are probably some like office plants in here. No, they're plastic. Ah.
No natural light.
Dr. Light is technically out here, but is also doing Dr. Light stuff. So,
So in the same room as me in
yeah,
the fight? Okay.
yeah, in the big fancy office. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Boar's heading out here is probably off.
That could make a mess. Yeah. Yeah.
Of me, Kit,
Yeah.
and Dr.
Yeah.
Light, and Heather.
Yeah. That would be hard to pull the punch on.
Yeah.
I mean, you could. I think we already made it so you can deal shock damage if you want, but it would still hit everyone.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I haven't been hit in a while.
What the?
I like not getting hit.
I mean, don't listen to me,
All right.
Jason.
So let's. Do you have to touch Lindsay to?
I do not.
Okay. All right.
It's not a touch-based power, but we do have to both not get freaked out by this.
Yeah,
so.
I get 2 rolls. I get to not freak out, and I have a resistance roll.
All right.
Wait a minute.
Yay, baseball.
No. Do I use willpower for this?
Yeah, I keep using it.
Suck up
The
that
pool.
willpower.
Who is that pool for, if not Lindsay?
Yeah, having her freak out from this just seems like less cinematic, but she's about to.
I think it'd be hot.
Exploding. Right?
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I got a pair of tens.
Okay.
And then now I have to try to resist the thing. How many dice is your power?
7 dice.
Okay.
7 dice. Yeah.
Including all the wiggles and stuff.
Yes, because even when wiggles get switched out,
Yeah.
it's still the same amount of dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dice pool is 7.
It's
Okay.
five dice and 2 wiggle. It hasn't been updated here, so
Oh.
it's 4 dice and 3 wiggle now.
Did we just, was it meet or beat?
Thought it was beat.
I have no idea.
We just have to keep it that way going forward. If it's beat, it's well, no, because if it's tens, I still want you to have a chance.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
so it is meat. It is meat. I got a pair of 7s.
Fuck.
But you got 4 of a kind, right?
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna reduce the effect. This doesn't really have a numerical because you're saying like smallify,
Yeah.
Right.
No muscle.
yeah. So I'm gonna take -2 penalties, right? It would have been -4,
Cool.
but I've resisted it.
Makes
So
sense.
Taking
tight.
-2 penalties when fighting with my Hulk form
That feels
in,
good.
in a way that like physicality makes a difference.
Awesome. All right, I'm gonna roll my traumatic.
So now gross yourself
Sure, we'll be
out.
Fine.
Oh, let's roll Heather's too.
7 to willpower. I got no matches on 6 dice. That's rude.
I think
Inappropriate.
Heather has
Mhm.
8 stability. Oh, shit.
She's been through it.
Yeah.
You usually have to have like 4s for
4s,
stability,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Heather got it.
Jesus Christ. Well,
That's
one
what
more.
willpower's for.
Yeah. As all of us have these willpower sucking abilities now.
Okay, there we go. 9s.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
It's
I
about to
think.
get real spicy.
Yeah, Kit. I think the way that like this got alerted is that Kit literally felt someone in the room start to alter their biology and went,
No.
Can I make a
you.
case for you got alerted because you're the best and they're not allowed to be the best, you're the best.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, take a willpower.
that's right.
Thank you.
All right, so now my 4x9 is going to go off. She, like, rips out of her suit. Has some, like, stretchy stuff underneath. Because this happens sometimes, you know.
Fantastic pour outfit.
"She's
That's
serving."
exactly what I thought.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's like spandex halter and, you know, shorts and stuff. So,
It was the Spanx.
Do we really have to fight? Do we have to fight?
I also, okay, I'm just gonna give you this for free. She heals 1 damage, completing the change, but is also somewhat inhibited, right? Like you could, you know that you like landed something,
Yes.
right? But she's
Very
like
good to know.
the size of the Incredible Hulk, right? Is like 10 feet tall, and it's kind of lucky there's no ceiling in here, right?
Yeah.
Like, and is oh yeah, she didn't have to roll to activate that. That's her attack roll. So she's coming after you, Kit. I don't think you had a defense roll.
I didn't know that. Yeah. No, I
Okay.
did not roll for defense.
Well, yeah, because when you declared, you just said she was hulking out.
Oh, I didn't declare that it's an attack. Yeah. Okay, never mind. That's fine. Thank you.
Thank you, Lori Pooja.
And also, she got
I'm
a
not trying to
face
be a
full of.
rule-
No,
It's not. It's not. No, that's like,
Flash positive.
the whole point of having the declaration system is that that's needs to be clear. So
Yeah.
yes.
Also, she has a face skull of Calavera in her face.
Oh yeah, yeah.
With
So we'd have
Hector,
to
like-
get through you to get to
Yeah.
Kit. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So that's I want to finish this combat round, and then we have to wrap a little bit early today. That was 4s of a kind. 3 of a kinds. Or what else do you all have?
I think we
I'm
ran
done.
through. Yeah.
You're all done. Okay.
Mhm.
So then Rathor is going to try to needle you, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. So they like slipped out the door to the fight that you all are having, and you're engaged in this, and just like I think like flick, and like all these needles fly out, right? So sure, there's probably lots of ways they have to deliver needles, but like you just sent CTO flying,
Yeah.
right? And they just release this cloud of needles. Okay, it has armor
Crouching
penetration. What did we say your
5?
passive armor? Oh, it's not that much penetration. Shit. What if it was less? What if it was like 3?
I mean, if it was less than
Pay
it
Angie
wouldn't be mine.
$100.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good call. Okay, I should have spent willpower for that. Oh, actually, it's probably better that I didn't, considering what all.
And I
just
did do
happened.
the active defense thing as well. So.
Yeah. Well, your active defense had to be applied to like one person.
Okay.
Like I'm defending against this guy, like blocking or whatever.
Mhm.
Fine.
I don't know how this system works.
the-
We've only been playing for a year.
Rathor cannot get through
Same.
your armor.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's why you have so much armor. 3 of a kind. Oh yeah. Oh well. Fuck you, Kathy Haynes. Had multiple 3s of a kind for her drones,
Better now.
and they're just demolished.
You're welcome.
My babies. Just like that.
Get them.
Yeah.
Get them.
Okay. On 2x9, Dave Heineman finally gets it in gear and goes chugging out the front door and is not in view currently.
Right past Dr. Light, who's taking a drink of a Coke.
Yeah. It probably does like shoulder past her and she's like, oh, rude. Like,
Dare.
I think I have all of my sets there.
As our last bit of flavor, can
Yeah.
we say that Dave Heineman running out from Louise's office is what triggers the like, and now the emergency systems come,
Yeah.
and a company-wide evacuation drill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
awesome.
great. That's a good idea. We'll have on the next declaration, Heather's declaration will be to take out, to like chase down Heineman. Like
There we go.
as
Oh,
he
no,
like
you
gets
don't.
out, triggers the alert, and Heather's like, I got him. Okay, so we'll have to call it there.
Exciting to pick up in the middle of combat.
I know,
Yeah.
right? I like it.
I've got
I'm
notes here.
Writing down my
of
next action.
what we're doing in combat here. Thank you everybody for joining us for episode 30 of Pinnacles here on Happy Jacks RPG. Once again, you can find all the previous episodes at happyjacks.org/pinnacles. Also, thank you to our chat mods, James V and all the mods at Happy Jacks who help us out. As I mentioned, you can only watch live or later. Your only 2 options to watch the show. We can't do live without our chat mods, so thank you. It's really fun to get to do this. Thank you to our amazing Patreons who keep our lights on, ad-free and independent. We get to play what we want when we feel like it, not beholden to any particular entity or advertising. You can join at happyjacks.org/Patreon at whatever level you like. At one of those levels, the D8 level, I think, is where you can get our Nerding Out series. It's very, very good, and I hope you will check it out. Let's start with Sarah.
I've been Sarah. I played Kit or Caduceus. You can find me everywhere online under Sarah's Coffee or on Instagram at Sarah_is_coffee. I've recently relaunched my Patreon where I'm just going to publish all the writing that I've done over the years and talk about community management
Yeah.
and what it can do for you. So go check it out.
All right, who's next?
That's fancy.
Who's next?
Oh,
All right.
that-
I'm Enge.
Yep. Okay.
I played Chainsaw Sentinel, Frank Leslie McKenzie, also known as Mac. And you can find me on the internet if you Google John Enge.
Awesome.
Jonenge.
Oh, it's me. Hector's jealous of Eli because Eli's going to go get tacos.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I got.
And all right.
Hi, I'm Pooja. You can find me on the internet as Forgotten Saves, posting about books and my cat. So my cat's plural.
One of the cats is like, which one did they leave out? Like,
We're not. No, No, they're both my beautiful little children. If you want to hear me play more TTRPGs, you can find me on the Happy Jacks back catalog. You can find me on the 12 Stories back catalog. You can find me on the Queen's Court Games YouTube, because all 10 episodes of Mekong are out for your enjoyment.
It's very good.
Space opera, mechs, fighting, otherworldly entities, and all the drama.
Good times.
The drama.
And again, my name is Jason. You can follow me on Twitch and Twitter at It's Probably Okay. I think that's also my Blue Sky if you're on there. Like, that's the thing to do. And I've been streaming Wednesdays and Fridays. On Wednesdays, we Were Death. I like to play games that are hard and I die a lot. So if that's fun for you to watch, I've been playing a lot of Helldivers 2 lately and living up to my name. So
I watched one of those and I was like, there's so many explosions.
yeah.
Explodey, explode.
It's definitely my whole vibe. And we will be back next week. Here we are going to be doing noon o'clock shows for the next 3 or 4 episodes as we wrap up the season and series. And so join us at noon Pacific Daylight Time now. And you can watch live or later. YouTube, podcast feed, whatever is your thing to do. And also be sure to check out happyjacks.org/Discord if you want to get involved with the advice show or just our whole community. There's lots of fun stuff to talk about on there. So.
And the next game days is on May 18th.
18th. Great.
Oh,
Great.
yeah.
All right. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.
Bye.